Oh yeah, this is day, or I guess part two, kind of day two. I finished filming that other video yesterday, but part two of kind of a build series of the Evo. We're gonna move this thing out of the garage, get that Evo in here, and I picked up this yesterday, which is just a touch-up pen, kinda, just touch-up paint, because there's a whole lot of chips on the Evo. I'll show you guys that when I get it into the garage and get this thing back together and outside, and yeah. Alright, so we got the G5 out of the garage and we got the Evo in. Took about 10 seconds, so. But yeah, you can see just little chips everywhere on the paint that I'm gonna go over, and mirrors also. I'm gonna take this wrap off because it's a long story, but old mirrors got damaged and then they replaced them with just other Lancer mirrors, which kind of sucks because I want them paint matched, but I'm just gonna take them off, sand them, and then do a matte finish on these instead of having the wrap on it, because it's starting to peel and I'd rather just completely redo it. Yeah, we're gonna get all this done. Also, the front trim on the bumper, the grill, that has a little piece that peeled off, and this here too, which is brand new paint. This paint on the front bumper is about a year old. And yeah, it's already looking pretty bad. So then yeah, of course a clear peel, but I think we're just gonna go with a new hood at some point down the line. So I'm gonna clean up the Evo a little bit more, even though it is pretty clean already. But yeah, just gonna wipe down what I'm gonna be touching up and get at it. And we did get a phone mount, so this is gonna give me a chance to finally use that. Hopefully I can find a spot to mount this. I also have the whole camera mounts here. I'm sure I can make something work, but I do want to give this a shot. Okay, so we're gonna start on this little piece right here. I think I got this all set up. I made a cool little mount I want to show you guys after, but yeah, we're gonna quickly figure out how to do all this. Hopefully I can learn as I go here. I should probably grab some paper towel. Yeah, I honestly really have no idea how I'm supposed to do this here, but should start small and then we'll see. Not sure. That might be too much paint there. No, I should not be using paper towel on this, but it's okay. We're gonna give it a polish after we're done here too, I think. All right, we moved up to here, which is just on the, just above the window there, whatever that's called. Got a new setup for that camera there too. Let's give this another shot. This is beautiful paint. It looks kind of black, but I mean, I shouldn't say it's beautiful because it looks very dark when it's wet, but hope when it dries up it looks a little brighter, because I told the guys that I wasn't sure if the Evo D14 or Cosmic Blue was the same Cosmic Blue that the other Mitsubishi used in the same year, just because it does not look like it when I look at other Mitsubishis like the RVRs or the Outlanders or whatever they had at that time. They do not look very similar. Evo has a lot more pearl to it than the just normal. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this paint off myself and the floor right now. It looks a lot more pearl than just the normal Mitsubishis that you see around. You'll know what I mean if you see a Cosmic Blue Evo in person, which there's not very many of them. Pretty sure it's only 54 or something. There's not a whole lot of them. They're very rare colors. But yeah, I'm gonna move spots now. I'll unclip this quickly. That honestly looks better, and I hope it dries up nice. I did a couple other spots down there. Yeah, and then I think I can probably do that, but I'm scared to do that part, or like the parts on the doors and whatnot, because these are my least favorite parts here. In the door handle, I'll probably do that first, just to get a good start there. And then yeah, we're gonna move down to the front bumper here, or I might just take this in just to get this part done here because that's not my fault. And then I'll do the mirrors, and it's mostly just this side that has chips and whatnot. The other side's got a couple dents, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Now the forecast is calling for rain, so that's kind of a bummer because now I'm gonna have to wait to take this thing out because the paint's gonna have to dry. I might just do the mirrors for now and let that dry. Just chill for a little bit, but I do want to go fishing today as well, so I think I'm gonna have to take another car. Sadly, I wanted to take this thing out today because it is a nice day. It's just if it starts raining, I don't really want to. Okay, so we're done the spots that I wanted to get done, and yeah, this was a setup here. This was the first attempt, but I know this was a setup here. This was the first attempt here, but didn't work out. This one worked a lot better. But yeah, like this door piece didn't turn out too bad, or under the handle. I actually lost. I think it's that. There's a spot somewhere right there. I did. Some spots on the hood. This piece I just finished doing. It seems to dry out a lot nicer than it looks, which I mean makes sense. But yeah, this spot was pretty bad, but hopefully less noticeable when it dries up. And that's about that, other than a few other little spots, or quite a few other little spots. Now we're gonna start off with the mirrors, see how one of them goes, and then if that goes well, then I'll get the other one off today. That piece of trim I'm gonna take off as well. And then yeah, I'll do that. I'll show you guys once I get these off. Alright, so we got one mirror cap off. I just have it sprayed with degreaser right now just before I sand it down a bit and prime it. Now we have to get the other mirror off, but I found out it's just a cap. I completely forgot I could just pull it off. It's pretty easy. And yeah, that vinyl was pretty tough to get off, but came off finally. So I'm gonna get this other one off and wipe this one down and do the same thing with the other. Okay, the other one's off. That only took about a couple seconds. The vinyl wasn't on that one because that one had really bad peeling vinyl before, so I just ripped it off and put some black vinyl tape kind of thing onto it. So I'm just going to spray this one down because this one has a lot of that glue on it still. Spray it down with a degreaser. Get this one a little bit more and get those wiped down. Okay, they should all be sanded down enough, so I'm just going to give them another wipe down and then dry them off and first coat of primer, which I'm probably only going to do one go. It's just the mirrors, it's just going flat black, so should be okay. And then I'm going to pull that piece of the trim out, covering that tow hook spot for the Evo there in the grill. Okay, so now it's time for the first coat of primer, so we're going to get that on there. And I'll probably speed this up. Okay, so our first coat of primer is on there. We're gonna let that dry for a little bit and then come back and spray them black. I don't know if I'm gonna do a clear coat just because I do want it matte black so it doesn't stand out as much, just because I don't need that to really stand out on a cosmic blue car. You don't want to have the black mirrors on an Evo because that's a Lancer thing. The Evos are usually paint matched mirrors, so kind of sucks that I have to do this. And this color, I should have just got D12 and made them look good, but whatever. Okay, now onto this piece here, this little tow hook spot. We're gonna pop it out, do the same thing. I'm not even sure if I have to sand it or if, yeah, I'll sand it anyway, whatever. Okay, I'll pop that off and I'll get to that. Alright, so we got a coat on that. My mic died. I should have wiped this down a little better. I can see some spots on there, but that's okay. This should dry in about 10 minutes, hopefully, so I'll come back to that. It's just a light coat of primer. It's whatever. And that should also be dry. I'll give that one probably an hour before I put it back on. Oh yeah, I'll come back when that's all done. I'm gonna go charge this mic because it died, sadly. Alright, I've given everything about an hour. I did do one coat, and it honestly looks pretty good, but I'm gonna do one more coat just to be safe, so there's not as many chips. This piece has a second coat, but it's still a little bit there. I'm gonna do, maybe I'll sand it down a bit. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put it on. It's not too noticeable. I'll do one more coat on it. But yeah, I think it looks okay. One more coat just to protect from chips, and should be good to go back on. Alright, second coat is on there for the mirror caps, and the third coat for this little trim piece or this cover. This is probably the final coat, and I'll throw it back on there. They're pretty thick coats too, so they're turning out way better than I thought. They're a lot better than this bumper that I did, but I think I learned, so it doesn't even look too bad. This one needs a couple more coats, but then of course a clear coat. I need to get this crack fixed on here too, but whatever. The other bumper was a rear end, and I did not make a claim on it because the other guy was already dealing with the claim, he said, and I didn't. It wasn't a huge deal. I was getting rid of the car. I wasn't going to drive the car. That was probably 2 years ago now. And yeah, finally getting to fixing that. And then this one needs a new clutch because it is slipping real bad right now. Okay, the mirrors are done. They're not completely dry yet, but I just put them on, let them dry a little bit more while they're sitting there before I take it out. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. This piece up front is done too. This isn't as noticeable anymore. Jet's right there. I mean, I think it's still drying, but yeah, it's gonna have to get sanded maybe and redone again, but I'm gonna have to just do a paint correction on that. I'll let it dry out. But yeah, I don't really see a whole lot of the chips anymore. They're not showing up anymore. These are looking a lot better now without the orange showing in some spots where the vinyl was peeled. Yeah, it's definitely a lot nicer now. Changed the look of it a lot. It's not as beat up anymore, other than this really stands out to me. A lot of people don't notice it until they get up close. Same with this dent here. This also needs to get fixed up, but that's gonna have to go up because that's behind the PPF as well. Yeah, what is this, 12-year-old clear coat? Of course it's gonna not be the best. This is looking a little messed up too, but whatever. Overall, this is looking a lot better. I might even give it a little bit of a wax today. Just completely clean this all up. Yeah, that's basically all for this video, I think. I guess this is kind of turning into an unclapping my car too, not only just a build series. So yeah, these wheels are gonna have to get swapped out for those, like I said in the last video, just because I want to see what they'd look like with this once I lower it a little bit more. So hopefully I can get the tool I need to lower this, the wrenches, and get some new tires on those, and then it should be looking a lot better. I don't know how much I'm going to drop it, but those wheels would be almost perfect fitment if I lowered it a little bit more. Even if I just put bigger tires on it, it'd already be perfect with the stock height. But now that I have coilovers on, it's dropped a couple inches, or an inch, a little more than an inch. And I just want to see how that would look, because I think that would change the look of the car a lot. And then we obviously need to do the hood, the clutch, and a whole lot more to come. We got the turbo I'm hoping to do this winter. We have the fueling I want to do. There's just so much that I want to get done here. Some of the stuff I can't do, like the headwork and whatever I'm doing to the block, that's something I have to give to a shop to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I don't know how long